Hey everybody, it's 123 Mr. B here, just working through our series on breaking math in my secret lair underneath some kind of crazy mountain. We are going to take a look at subtraction trick number 3, bump up. Okay, well I don't have anything prepared for this because I like to fly by the seat of my pants when I do math with my students. So I'm going to invent a number right now. How about this? 431 take away 57. No, 87. Okay, there we go. You know what? That's just how I roll, okay? And I like it because my students, generally on the edge of their seat, try to figure out what I'm going to say next. Now, looking at this thing here, I know that I'm going to have to do some kind of method, whether it's breakdown or borrowing and all that stuff. Here's something other cool thing that we can think about here. Think about this here. Whether I have, let's say I have the distance between 2 points from here to here, okay? Very crude, of course. Now, the distance from here to here, let's say this is 10 miles, is 10. Now, if I move this, 10 meters, okay? We're talking about like a train car or something. If I moved it up a few bits here, I'd have 12 to 2 here. The entire distance from here to here is the same as the entire distance from here to here because the distance between the 2 points doesn't change, right? That tells us the difference doesn't change. So I could go 12 minus 2 and get 10, or I could go 10 minus 0 and get 10. And I'm going to use that idea of just shuffling numbers around to get an answer. Because here I'm dealing with ugly numbers. I don't want to deal with these numbers. But I note that, hey, wait a second, 87 is really close to 100. And I love the number 100. Why do I love 100? Because 100's got a bunch of zeros in it, and zeros are generally easier. So what do I have to do to get this to 100? Well, here, to move 10 to 12, I added 2. To move 0 to 2, I added 2. This reveals I add the same amount to two numbers. Well, if I have to add 13 to 87 to get 100, all that means is I have to add 13 to 431. I'll get 444. Oh, that was a coincidence. So really, I know that the answer to 431 take away 87 is going to be the same as 444 subtract 100. Now, what would you rather do? Would you rather do this thing, or would you rather do this thing? I know that most of you would rather do this because you can do it in your mind, off by heart. And these, yes, are little floating hearts because I know you're falling in love with math, okay? So there's subtraction 3. It's called the bump up. Bump up both numbers up or down. Sorry, bump up both numbers up or down by the same amount. In this case, it's up by 13. And you will find something easier to fall in love with. Mwah!